I think I was asexual, not until a famous guy in our school admitted he's gay and makes a move on me. I woke up to a bunch of messages and notifications exploding on my phone. I picked it up to check if there's any sort of emergency, but it was just some notifications of my classmate's big birthday celebration from last night. These rich elite people have literally no work but to celebrate and show off their money. I looked at the same time and it was almost time for school, so I got up and started my routine, with freshening up and getting ready to leave. As I went down to have my breakfast, I was welcomed by another common schedule of the day that saw my parents bickering over another small issue. One job, Laura. That's all you have, and you can't do that also properly. I heard my dad shout at my mom again. It's our daily schedule, me listening to both of them fight over the smallest thing ever. I'm leaving. I'm late for school, I said, picking up a piece of toasted bread from the table. I wasn't late, in fact, still early for school, but I needed to get out of the house, away from the fights. I reached the school and noticed a bunch of girls standing in a circle with a broad figure standing between them. It's Oliver Gaze, the most handsome and popular boy of school, who is always surrounded by girls who try to flirt with him or his friends who are always overhyping him, because nothing really about him sounds that interesting to me. Nor about the girl Natasha, a competitor of Oliver when it comes to popularity, except amongst the guys, but nothing about her interests me either, which makes me question myself from time to time. I've been hearing boys and girls share their love interests for years. My friends having a new crush every single day. People getting married and divorced, etc., etc., etc. But my love life? The score is 0. And probably the only 0 I'm not bothered about, considering how serious I am about my studies. But things like this make me believe I'm asexual, and I will be for the rest of my life. Ignoring these thoughts, I went to my class and settled down. I took my books out and waited for the teacher to enter. Hey, nerd. I felt a tap on my shoulder as I saw Oliver passing by me. Apart from being popular, he's also my classmate. I nodded my head as a reaction, and soon the teacher came in. She started teaching, and after a while I heard some murmuring sounds. I was trying to focus, but the sound kept coming closer and closer to me, until I felt someone poke my back and I turned back. Saturday night tonight, Oliver said, whispering into my ears. Saturday night is a clear enough code word to understand what it is. Every month, one Saturday is chosen to party and have fun, play loud music and go wild. I have been invited before, but I never really go, so I don't know why people still bother asking me. No, I can't, I replied back. Don't be a nerd, man, please. Plus, it's the last year, you should come to as many as you can. You won't be here again. Oliver said something that made a lot of sense to me for the first time. It's true that I'm not involved much into anything or anyone, but that doesn't mean I don't enjoy school. I didn't say anything for a while and kept thinking. After class got over, Oliver asked me again, and this time without wasting much of my time, I just said yes. After all, I need something more than studies to remember school for. With that, I left for home, something I hate to do because of the environment that is there, in my house, but not like I have any other option. I reached home and kept thinking about the party. I was having multiple thoughts, such as, why did I say yes? Did I make the right choice? And whatnot. So I decided to take a break and play on my computer for a while. It was nearly 7, and I didn't even realize. I decided to get dressed for the party and leave before my parents came back home. That sounds like a perfect break for me. After a while of fiddling through my wardrobe, I gave up and wore my best clothes, which is a basic gray t-shirt and dark blue jeans. After getting ready, I picked my car keys and went to the party. I was quite early there, considering they told me the party was at 8, but I didn't see many people there, just Lawrence as it was his house. Jake, Peter, and Lucy helping him set things up. Hey guys, I said awkwardly. Hi Mark, Jake said. What are you doing here? He asked, and Lawrence cleared his throat. I mean, what are you doing here so early? The party didn't even start yet, Jake corrected himself. Oliver told me it's at 8, so I thought I will help you guys. I blabbered to get rid of the awkwardness. Oh, it's almost done, man. Come help yourself. Have some beer, said Lawrence. Nah, I'm good. I have to drive back home, I said, and moved outside the pool. It looked so peaceful. I was enjoying my own company until I heard loud noises coming from the room. Soon the music started and the noise kept increasing. I went in and saw a bunch of people dancing. There was Tori and Lenz already making out in the corner while others were busy playing games. Hey Mark, come here, I heard my name in the familiar voice. It was Oliver calling me. I looked at him and I couldn't believe my eyes for a second. He looked extremely good in the plain black t-shirt with dark blue jeans, sleeked hair with a bandana tied around his arm. He had a glass of beer in his hand and he was signing for me to come towards him with his other hand. I moved between the crowd, excusing myself on every step. I didn't really expect you would come, he said. I thought I'd give this a try, I said. Glad you did, he replied. One thing I don't know is why he was so interested or glad that I came to this party. He's the complete opposite of me. He's popular, handsome, more interesting and outgoing, whereas I'm not really interested in being friends with a lot of people. Anyways, we were playing Truth and Dare. Come and join us, he said. We walked near a group sitting in a circle. I sat next to Oliver and they resumed the game. The bottle landed on Marcus. Truth or dare? Peter asked. Dare, Marcus replied, and everyone hooted. I dare you to call your ex and tell her that you miss her, Peter said, making everyone scream. Everyone started cheering for Marcus until he actually called and got screwed by his ex. Everyone laughed. I started enjoying it more and more. After a few turns, the bottle landed on Oliver. Oliver said, Truth or dare? Lucy asked Oliver in a flirtatious tone, exactly how every other girl talks to him. Truth, he said, taking a sip of his beer. What is your deepest, darkest secret? She asked everyone to go, ooh. I was actually excited and interested to know the answer as well. No matter how open a person is to others, they do have some things they never tell people, and I was waiting to find out that one thing of Oliver's. Well, I wouldn't call it a secret because I was going to tell it anyways, but I guess now is the turn, he said. Let me start the drum roll, said Jake. I'm gay, Oliver said, making everyone stop whatever they were doing. No one moved for a minute. Everyone just looked at each other, but soon everyone started cheering for him, which I'm sure surprised both of us. Congratulations, man. So proud of you. Bro, sick. Everyone just celebrated the moment and resumed back to normal. This took me by surprise on how easily they accepted. Not like I have any problem, but usually people judge over things like this. I'm happy for him. They resumed the game, but the bottle landed on me this time. It was Oliver asking me the question. Truth or dare, Mark? Something in me told me to leave all the worries and go wild, so I chose dare, making Oliver smirk. I dare you to kiss anyone present in the group, he said, making me lose my chill. There was only one girl in the group, that was Lucy, and I hate her to my core, considering what a bitch she is, and there is no way I'm having my first kiss with a boy over a dare. I can't. Can you give me some other dare? I asked, making everyone boo me. This is against the rules. You either do the dare or chug the glass of vodka, said Lawrence, which was followed by everyone shouting, shot kiss, shot kiss, shot kiss. I can't drink. I have to drive back home. I tried screaming over their voice, but it didn't work. I was getting a bit uncomfortable, because the truth is, I never drank before, and I don't want to make a fool out of myself. But they kept shouting. But I was sure I was not losing my first kiss here. So I moved my hand to hold the glass, but it was taken by Oliver in a swift second, and he gulped it down. Why did you do that? I asked him, the question everyone had in their minds. I just wanted to drink more. Plus, it was the last shot, he said, getting up. Okay, guys, we had enough fun. Let's go low now before the neighbors complain to your parents, Lawrence, Oliver said, and everyone agreed. Thanks for having me, I said, and everyone bid goodbyes. I was walking toward my car until I heard my name being called. I turned to see Peter holding Oliver and walking. Hey, Mark, if you don't mind, can you please drop Oliver home? His home is on your way, yeah? He said. Oliver looked drunk and definitely not in the condition to go back alone. I'm not so... Be careful, he might puke, okay? Before I could finish, Peter pushed Oliver towards me, making him lean on me. I looked at him and he said, I can go on my own, Mark. I'm sure, bro, but let me drop you, okay? I said, and put him in the car. I started driving while he sat on the passenger side looking clueless, making me laugh. Why are you so quiet? Do you not like us? Oliver asked out of nowhere. What? I asked. You barely talk to anyone. You don't play many sports. You don't hang out much. Do you not like us? He repeated himself. It's not like that. I talk to people. I'm talking to you, and hey, I play COD. That counts as a sport. I replied to him, making him nod his head. And what about you liking me? He asked with a pout this time. I froze my hand at the steering wheel. I forgot to drive for a second, hearing his question and looking at his face. I like you. I like you all. I had great fun today, I told him. We reached nearby, I guess. Which one is your house? I asked, looking outside, trying to find a signboard with his family name, but I was unable to locate any. It's the one with your favorite color. We got it painted last month, he said, chuckling, making me shocked. I looked at him and he pointed at the dark green house in the corner. How does he know my favorite color? I thought in my head. How do you know green is my favorite color? I asked him. Dude, you literally own everything green, including the Shrek socks you're wearing right now, he said, removing the seatbelt. I was completely taken aback. He got out of the car and thanked me. Thanks, Mark. No problem, I replied back, still in shock at how good his observation skills are. I was surprised he got the time to see all my things, including my socks, while being the most popular guy surrounded by girls, which is not going to happen anymore after the big reveal at the party. I already saw a bunch of them crying over him coming out as gay. I drove back home. I couldn't stop thinking about the car ride with him, but I decided to shrug these thoughts off and sleep. I woke up for school, as every day I heard my parents bickering, so I took an apple and skipped breakfast at home. After reaching school, I felt different. I already said hi to 10 new people I never spoke to. It felt good not going to lie. I sat at my usual place and I saw Oliver walking towards the seat, which is right behind me. But this time it felt different, as if I was waiting for him to come, and seeing him made me feel better. After that night, at the party, my mind and body reacted differently at the thought of Oliver. But I tell myself it's all an illusion because I'm clearly asexual. "Hi, Mark Green," he said, making me laugh. I'm surprised he even remembers, but the fact that he is not trying to hide that he knows it made me smile. "Hi, drunkhead," I replied back, and we began with classes. After the class got over, Lawrence and Oliver called me during break, which was new. We went to the canteen and ate lunch, after which we resumed classes. This started to become a new schedule for me. I reached the stage where I could tell people I have friends, and not just the people I talk to, but actual friends. We started hanging out often and going for drives after college. I would help them with assignments, and they would make me try new things that I'd never tried before. In between all of us, I got closer to one more person compared to others, Oliver. Him and I realized all the common things between us. We were chilling in the cafeteria when he sat next to me asking about my favorite hobbies, and I told him I like reading books. "Which one is your favorite?" he asked. "The Alchemist," I replied. "My God, mine too," he said, screaming, and I was surprised by the fact that he reads, and that too he has read that specific book. "Okay, next, your favorite TV show." "Friends," I said. "Are you kidding me? Same," he said, making both of us laugh, and then we started discussing our favorite episodes and how we paired the friends and whatnot. We sat till 7 in the evening without realizing. "We are super late," I told him, looking at my watch. "Yes, we are. Let's go," he said, and we ran outside. Our friendship grew stronger, and I got to know more about him and told him a fair amount of things about myself too. But not too. It was near Halloween, and Oliver's family was hosting the dinner, leading Oliver to invite all of his friends over, including me. I agreed to the invitation. In fact, I was happy to be invited, where I will get to see more of him. The day came and we all went to his house. It wasn't that hard for me to find the house, considering it's my favorite color. I knocked on the door and was greeted by a lovely woman with brunette hair matching Oliver's. I supposed she was the mother. "Hi dear, come in," she said. I went in and it felt warm inside the house. I could smell the delicious food that was being cooked. Oliver came down, walking with his dad. "Oh hey Mark," he greeted, and introduced me to his dad. "Hello sir," I said. "Hello Mark," he replied. His wife joined him and they interlinked their hands together. "Oliver has told us a lot about you," she said, making me look at them in awe. The rest of the friends joined us soon and we started dinner. Oliver sat next to me. Everyone was enjoying the food and the mood was so light. Now I get where Oliver gets his personality from. It's from his family, who is so loving, completely opposite to mine. "Oh, sorry," I said as the napkin from my hands fell down. "It's alright," Oliver said, bending over to pick it up. When he got up, he pulled his chair closer to me, making our knees connect, sending shivers down my body. I froze there. It would be the first time when I thought I might not actually be asexual, and it made me feel very happy. We continued with the dinner, which was followed by karaoke and a lot of dancing. I sat on the sofa, admiring the couple in front of us, Oliver's parents, who were dancing together and giggling. I cannot lie, I felt envious of Oliver, and it actually felt weird seeing parents this way, while I live with the ones completely opposite and unbothered to even celebrate the festival I love so much. The night came to an end, and I bid my goodbye to everyone. Oliver came out to drop me. "I had a lot of fun. Thanks for having me," I said. "I'm happy that you came," he said, looking straight at me. "I should go now," I said, turning away until he held my arm and hugged me. "Yeah, have a good night, Mark," he said while hugging me, which made my legs go numb. I couldn't move my body. He broke the hug and smiled at me. I somehow got the courage to smile back. "Yeah, good night," I told him, and walked towards my car. The entire drive I was thinking about the hug. I started feeling things I never knew existed, but am I feeling it for the right person? A week passed by and none of us spoke about the hug. Oliver treated it like some regular thing, but it was special for me, but I decided to stay quiet about it as well. "I need to get in the team. The results will be out any moment," Oliver said as we were waiting for his football selection results to come out in the cafeteria. He was sitting on the bench next to me while I was on the chair. He kept shaking his legs out of nervousness, which I could feel hitting my shoulders, but I didn't mind. "It's out, I got in," he screamed, and jumped on me. "What?" I screamed back, hugging him out of nowhere. Both of us stopped for a moment, and I was about to pull out of the hug, but he hugged me back, and even tighter. Yes, I'm definitely not asexual, I thought. "Okay, your treat, bro," Peters told Oliver, and we broke the hug. "Hell yeah, let's go." The day came to an end, and gave me another memory to think about for weeks. I was happy for Oliver making it to the team, but happier for myself. The next week changed my entire thoughts. Ever since the day Oliver got into the team, we've all been talking about his teammates, the bros, their lifestyles and how they live, what they eat and whatnot. In just 1 week, he has changed so much that I don't know what will happen to him and us in the future. As days passed by, I realized that we were getting distanced, and there was nothing I could do about it, because I don't know if I even have any right to complain about him not spending enough time with me. Eventually, the daily talks between us became weekly, and now we were losing that as well. He came to the class the next day and asked me for the assignments he couldn't do, because he was busy hanging out with his team just to look cool. "Hey Mark, can you please share the assignment with me?" he asked. "This is the third assignment you're asking for, Oliver. At this rate, you'll fail. So I suggest you do it yourself," I told him, trying to be polite. "Chill, I was just busy being with my team." "Yeah, your team, your bros. You've gotten too ahead with your new life that you've forgotten us. You've forgotten me," I just blurted everything out without holding anything back. "So what's your problem, man? Maybe if you had a little more social skills, you would have friends too," he said, and I could see his face that he immediately regretted it, but it was too late. I got up from there and left, and that was the last time we spoke. A month later. It's been a month and I haven't spoken to him at all. Even though I see him every day, sitting behind me, I refuse to talk to someone who made me feel that way. But in a single month, I saw the glimpse of the old Oliver back. He kept pursuing me in some or other way by either initiating a conversation when we hang out with our common friends, or asking the teacher to make me help him in something he doesn't even care about. Or for that matter, just stay near me, in front of my eyes. But Oliver looked like he had enough of it and was ready to give up, but not until he pulled me to the corner of the parking lot while I was going to my car. "Mark, just please listen to me," he said. "No, Oliver, I'm getting late," I said. "No, you're not going anywhere before I explain myself," he told me, and I agreed. "Go ahead," I told him. "Mark, I didn't realize, but I was clearly wrong. I got so happy to be in the team of seniors and a bunch of rich losers that I forgot what I was leaving behind, and it's something I want to keep with me all my life. So please forgive me. I can't have any more days without talking to you." He said everything so genuinely that it started to melt my anger. "It's okay, I guess, since you realized your mistake," I told him, meaning everything. "Since you forgave me for that, I hope you forgive me for this also," he said, and with that he cupped my cheeks and pulled me in a kiss. I just stood there while my eyes closed at the feeling of his soft warm lips on mine. He broke the kiss and looked at me. "I'm sorry, Mark. I couldn't hold myself. I thought you felt the same," he said, but before he could finish I pulled him closer and shut his lips with mine. We both smiled and I could feel it. "Since when?" I asked him. "Way before you could even think of 3 years, Mark. I've liked you for 3 years, and there's not one single day I haven't thought about this kiss, which came to reality today," he said, making me smile. "I like you too, Oliver," I said, "and thank God I'm not asexual," I continued. "What?" he asked, looking confused. "Come, I will tell you." Conclusion. This story brings a young love needed in the lives of people. The couple continued their relationship in private, not until they graduated and made it official by kissing during graduation party. Everyone cheered for them. Oliver got appointed as captain in the team just after 1 year of being in it, and he celebrated the win with his friends, and now his boyfriend Mark. Oliver maintained his time well enough between his game and Mark, and kept expressing his love for him. Oliver decided to stop his education and enter into sports full-time, to which his parents were very supportive of, considering his father himself wanted to continue in sports. Mark, on the other hand, aced getting into an Ivy school in his hometown, which means he didn't have to leave Oliver and go anywhere else. Mark decided to speak to his parents regarding his issue and suggested couples counseling, which seemed to work for them, considering now Mark wakes up to a nice smell of breakfast and some soft music playing instead of the loud noises of his parents fighting. He is forever grateful for the change. Mark and Oliver introduced each other at their respective houses as their boyfriends, and both parents accepted them, although it was initially hard for Mark's dad to understand their relationship. But seeing his only child happy and enjoying life after being restricted for years, his heart melted, allowing him to accept his relationship with Oliver. Mark continued his education, scoring good marks as always, whereas Oliver would dedicate every goal he made to his love Mark, even on national TV, because he was not afraid to show people who is the one he loves. The end. Who did you think would confess first? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing to become part of our Rainbow Force and stay wholesome.